should just stop while I'm ahead. So while you were digging through the tons of probably other junk videos of the whole Black Friday thing, how about a real one instead of those mediocre ones? But speaking of that, yeah, Switchbot did send this to us for review. And of course, no, they did not pay for this mediocre review. We keep it unbiased and real here. So kind of seeing if you've been with Switchbot stuff, you remember their little like Switchbot deal that you stick to things and it pushes buttons, and then they had their great Switchbot bulbs that we put Tasmota and ESP Home on. But yeah, if you want to see that video, I'm sure that's somewhere in there. They've kind of done the wise things. I don't know how wise that might be, is they're jumping into everything. And well, they jumped into doing the vacuums, and they decided to do this super small one. I mean, it's like bigger than my hand by just a smidge. It's not crazy big. It's supposed to be better to get around some of the different, you know, like things in your living room and the kitchen with a bunch of chairs. While it does that, it has a very small tray for the, you know, dustbin, whatever you want to call it. And I did have some issues of it filling up at times. But yeah, then we get into the whole thing. It does just okay. I didn't have, if I put it on 2 passes of like to go through the living room or whatever around the house, it cleans well at doing 2 passes. 1 pass just isn't that great, and it's super loud. I know they call it some silent tech or something. I saw that somewhere on here. It's, yeah, right there. Switchbot Silent Tech. We nicknamed this Maverick.
Launch Maverick on alerts. Got a very on Hollywood Wolfman.
Not sure why it has that high pitch squeal to it. I've looked all over to see if there's somewhere it's leaking or whatever. But other than that, it does an okay job. I would say if you're looking for a vacuum that you've got a small apartment or something, you like say less than 1,000 square feet or something, it's probably be great for that. A house with, you know, 2,500, 3,000 square feet, I'm going to just say negative there, totally. I don't think it would really make it. It would just take forever because, again, when it is so small, there's not a lot of, you know, it's like if you had to mow a lawn with a small lawnmower, you're not going to mow 2 acres with a little push mower. That, you know, like those little 18-inch push mowers, you just won't get far with it. So that's another thing with this is it takes quite a few passes compared to some of the others like the Roborox. Now, getting into the app, I was not a fan at all. It feels like, and I really think they did this, that they shoehorned in a module that they bought from somebody else. I've heard some of the voices on here. I've heard on another vacuum, and the map almost looks the same.
Cleaning makes me happy.
Cleaning makes me happy.
Turned on.
Turned on.
So I guess there's some other modules they bought and purchased that from and call, that way they could put their name on, have to do the whole R&D for a, vacuum. But I guess this gets them into the vacuum space. So there's that, and I keep throwing this ring around. It does say it mops, but I'll be real here. You put this thing on the bottom of it, and they send you this nice little bag. Let's take one out, just for good measure. It's like taking a diaper wipe and just rubbing it on the ground in your house. It lasts being moist all for about maybe 1 or 2 passes in the living room, and then it's dry. And it doesn't even pull up, even like just barely dusty dog feet prints. in the floor. It doesn't do much at all. It's definitely, do not buy this if you plan to use the Swiffer duster thingies. It's not a good choice. It's not worth the time to even try to mop with. So now, how well does the base work? It actually works pretty decent. I haven't had any issues with the little door on the back, because basically what it does, it backs up to the base itself, and it sucks the little door open and pulls the stuff out. Pretty simple design there. And of course, there are the little, contacts for the battery charging, because it backs up to that as well. It just drives to it and turns around, does a 180. But yeah, they said it's a lot shorter, a lot smaller. I didn't find it any of that shorter. It is a lot smaller than their other, standard vacuums, but it empties into this bag. No issues there. There's just not a whole lot to be excited about. Of course, if you want to find the link, you can find the link down below if you'd like to pick one up. The price, had to look that one up. Currently on Black Friday deal, speaking of that, it's right around $400 for this setup and the base. Not too bad, but not too crazy. I would probably, go a little bit more and get a larger vacuum if you have, a large area to vacuum. I found those are a little bit better for doing things. I really love the Roborock, line of things still to this day. But I guess this is a good start, so I'll give them that. It just needs a little bit of improvements there. Yep, we weren't one of the cool kids to get the cool little vacuum mopper that hooks up to the, the sink and the drain, the whole deal. Would have liked to have seen one of those, but yeah, we just got the little thing to check out for this review. So of course, if you like what you see here, go check it out. Find the links down below. There's no additional cost to you for those links, and we do appreciate it. And I do thank Switchbot for seeing this for review and checking things out. And no, we didn't wash it. So the dustbin, it did pick. Of course, the dustbin, the coffee falls out. Did pick up a little bit. We'll vacuum that up, and I'm gonna see how well it empties this using the little tower.
Dustbin returned.
Sometimes it takes multiple times to dock, which is weird. So it pulls up to it, nose forward, and then it rotates to get to the little contacts on the back. There it goes.
Charging. Dustbin removed.
It did a decent job of emptying the bin. It pulls out through this little door right here. It's this little spring-loaded door that when it sucks, it pulls all the stuff out. Decent little design for that. But, yeah, so it does pull it out through there.